whatever my name was, it wasn't Diddy.
Hey, you can call me Andy. I don't think Andy's even close to that we're talking about.
Well, he's not.
Allegedly.
Yeah. No, he hasn't been accused of that.
Yeah. No, yes, he has. Cassie accused
All
him.
right, bleep me.
In the
Trafficker.
indictment, there you go.
He's a trafficker.
Allegedly. Allegedly. We'll see how it plays out,
That's
man.
the worst trafficker.
It's interesting because I've been I got a lawyer friend, and the lawyer friend said, I'll tell you exactly what they said because they texted to me. Because when I read it, I'm reading it and it's just entertaining, right? It's like, damn, right? But from a legal perspective, he's like, it's not a good indictment and lacks specific. What's the word? Specificity.
No, let him do it. Go.
It's not a good indictment and lacks specificity. Specificity.
I think with your new teeth, your list kind of went away.
You think so?
I'm being dead serious.
Really?
You would never been able to say specificity. 5 years ago. I could barely say it, but you.
But he said, yeah, it's not a good indictment and lacks specificity. But the nigga was a wild boy and kept the tapes.
Yeah, Diddy's okay, so do you think that he's it's like a blackmail operation, some Epstein, where he's basically getting people in there, people in power positions, putting them in compromised positions, videotaping them, and making sure they do things for him?
Well, if you read the indictment, that's what they're saying he was doing with the tapes.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. So
yeah.
And do you think he's a Fed? Do you think he was working with an organization?
I really have no idea, man. I don't know what to think.
Yeah, but we're brilliant idiots, so let's just cook.
I really don't have a theory on this other than he's a freaky ass motherfucker, yo. A freaky ass motherfucker who, this is how I really feel, right? Other than him just being a freak. I don't know how you get in that position and do all of this wild shit. It just leads me to believe you don't have no real friends around you. Well, because if you're worth $1 billion and you're the guy that has all of these different people employed, like literally you're the reason all of this stuff is happening. All of these people have jobs. You mean to tell me not one person says, bro, you got to stop around with all these drugs. Bro, you got to stop around with all this alcohol. Bro, you need to stop around with all these girls. Bro, stop it with the prostitutes. Why do you have guns in the house with the serial number scratched off? Like nobody, not one person comes around and says, what the f*** are you doing? You're going to lose it all?
Yeah, no, that's a good point. So it's either arrogance. This is why I asked if he's a Fed. He's either arrogant to the point where it's like, nobody will catch me, or three things. He's got enough evidence on so many other people that they're like, well, if I go down, then they all go down, so they're not going to come to me. Or he's already cooperating with the feds and has been, or not even the feds, the CIA, FBI, whatever the it is. So he's like, I'm in with them. They're going to protect me because I'm getting all the blackmail information on all these people for them. So because like when Russell Simmons, was all those women or whatever, and allegedly, he knew he was doing it, and that's why he got the up out of here and went to Bali. Also, you can only go to Bali.
That's not true, though.
Charlamagne, I'm going to go crazy.
It's not, though. The only reason I want to say that because people that's saying stuff like that is very liable. He never had any criminal charges. He always was living in Bali. He always was building his resort in Bali. He has a whole wellness retreat in Bali. He's always, ask Chris, he's always been in Bali. And he's in the States all the time.
Oh, does he come back?
All the time. Literally. He's in New York, he's in LA. When I say all the time,
all right, so
all the time.
Scratch that from the record. I thought he's staying in Bali.
No, that's an internet narrative that people created.
Well, he should make some videos here too doing yoga.
But he actually has a wellness retreat.
No, I believe it.
You see Usher go there. You saw Taraji there. They all get flack when they go there.
I believe it.
Because it's Russell's place and nobody can't stand next to Russell.
Got it.
But
okay,
he's not hiding out.
So this makes it, all right, this is different. So, okay, that's completely different. Because if Diddy wanted to get away, he could have got away. Diddy, for some reason, he's either incredibly arrogant and doesn't think that he can be taken down, or he believes that he's innocent, or he believes that there are people that would go down if he went down, and they wouldn't want that to happen. People in positions
all of that
of power.
could be true, or he could just be too far gone. He could be too far gone off the drugs,
you think
and the alcohol, and the power, and the ego, that he's just delusional as.
That power does corrupt, man.
My God.
You've seen it happen, huh?
Yes, a million times. Like man, this actually, when I read the indictment, I'm reading it, I'm just like, this is just a dude that's power, he's super power trippy. super ego trippy, and it's the drugs, and it's the alcohol, right? If you ask me, I think this man, this is a podcast, and this is what we do on a podcast.
This is allegedly.
Yes, I think this man has so much grief and trauma that he's just always trying to escape. That's why it's always so much drugs, so much alcohol, and sex. He probably just does that shit just the run from whatever trauma he's never dealt with. I think it's the sex, the drugs. It just helps him to escape, and he's always constantly trying to escape. Because that's the other thing people are not talking about in this indictment. All the drugs they found. Ketamine, coke, ecstasy. They said the night he turned himself in, they picked him up or whatever, he had fucking pink powder in the room. Clearly the guy got a problem. Clearly. I just ain't never heard. The shit is just freaky, man. You got 1,000 bottles of body oil, of baby oil, and 1,000 bottles of KY.
Is that's baby oil? He has like a refrigerator there for them?
I don't know if that's real.
That's got to be AI.
That's got to be fucking AI.
That's
bro.
hilarious.
God damn, bro. 1,000 bottles. But see, here's the thing I would like to know. What else does he have in bulk?
Yeah, maybe he buys in bulk. Maybe he got like
buys in
Cheerios
bulk.
or something like that.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, you got to get ready for the fucking apocalypse, baby.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Because you still want to have them freak offs in the apocalypse.
Yes, listen, 1,000
I'm
bottles.
gonna let a little apocalypse stop some freak offs.
1,000 bottles of lube.
Yeah.
It's not a dry butthole in the building. Okay? It's not a goddamn dry butthole in the building. Okay?
So what do you think happens with Diddy?
He gets indicted in Miami.
Because they're not even giving him bail.
Yeah, he probably gets indicted in Miami and LA.
Wow.
Spends a whole bunch of fucking money. I mean, I don't know. Like, he probably go to prison. Like,
So this is sayonara. This is see you later. It's
Did they go in his New York house? Because like I'm wondering where's all this evidence coming from to charge him here.
I thought it was Miami. That's why I was confused this morning when the lawyer was talking to me, because I thought this was a federal case, and I thought that they had, all of this was based on Miami, LA, and everything else.
Oh, maybe
But
it is.
he told me this morning, he was like, nah, he's probably gonna still get indicted in Miami, still get indicted in LA, which I didn't understand. I'm like, and this is crazy, bro.
I know.
Like, this headline is so fucking crazy. We're recording this headline. Diddy's trying to get a new bail today, and the headline is, I promise no female visitors if you let me out on bail. What about the guys?
yo, nobody.
Nobody gives a fuck about men's buttholes, bro.
Yes.
Nobody cares about the sodomy that happens to men. Okay? What about the guys? What about the fucking guys? There was guys in the indictment, bro. There's a part in the indictment where it says women and others. What the fuck is others?
That's guys. Can I imagine getting sex trafficked, bro, as an adult dude? I mean, that's a little crazy. What if you found out your boy was getting sex trafficked?
Getting sex trafficked, bro.
Because he did that allegedly, right? He would have the guys fuck on the girls, like the professional guys fuck on the girls.
How do you
right?
say that tougher as an adult man? You can't say you was sex trafficked. You gotta say you was a prostitute. You're gigolo. I'm a gigolo. I'm a gigolo, bro.
Yo, I was a
gigolo, bro.
I was sex trafficked. Imagine you in like one of them trauma meetings where you gotta say what you've been through. Everybody's saying horrible shit they went through, and you're like, I was sex trafficked across state lines by P. Diddy. He made me fuck on women and men.
I'm just not that horny, bro.
Yo,
I read stories like this, and I'm like, I'm just not that horny. I'm just not that horny. I'm just not.
I read stories like this. I think there's something wrong with me. I'm like,
Yes.
yo,
Like, damn, why am I not? I'm not horny like this.
no.
I'm not that horny, bro. That ain't my style.
Don't
I can't
need
do
it. Don't need it.
man. And he's 50 plus years old.
Nah, bro.
Can't stop, won't stop. At some point, you should. Okay. Boosie says he disagrees with Diddy's charges. Listen, man. You know what I'm realizing? And I was talking to my homeboys. I say salute to Glasses. Make sure you listen to the No Ceilings podcast. I'm sure Glasses will be talking about this on the No Ceilings podcast on the Black Effect iHeartRadio podcast network. But I'm realizing that a lot of people just don't know the law. So, yeah, if you want to just chalk it up to Diddy being freaky and, power tripping and ego tripping and, being abusive and forcing people to do things because of his power, right? And I want Glasses to explain for itself. All I'm simply saying is, you can say things like, there's nothing wrong with buying pussy, but it's illegal. It's illegal. I understand what you're saying. When you're saying nothing wrong with buying pussy, but it's still illegal.
It's against the law, yeah.
Back in the day, there was nothing wrong with us smoking weed, really, but it was illegal. So if the police officers came in and saw us smoking weed and we get arrested for it, we know it's illegal, regardless of how normal it may be.
Yeah.
I know that people buy prostitutes, yes, but it's illegal. I don't know what to tell you, yo.
Yeah.
I don't know what to tell you.
That's a good point. And they try to protect the girls too. Like, you don't know the situations that those girls are in.
Exactly. And that's what I'm trying to explain. We talk about sex trafficking. You're buying prostitutes.
They might be getting pimped.
Exactly.
They might not have a say in who they're fucking.
That's all
there's
I'm
a lot of,
saying.
you got here, you're trying to protect women, man.
Racketeering.
Yes,
Life in prison. Smuggling butt.
Go nowhere.
Sex trafficking. Maximum life in prison. Minimum 15 years. Transportation for prostitution. Maximum 10 years in prison. Listen, man, once again, I'm telling y'all, Minister Farrakhan says it the best. When you see people in these situations, don't laugh, learn.
When you see men fall, don't laugh. Learn. Learn. Because you're on your way up. And the things that tempt people to fall, you and I are not free from that temptation, nor from the weakness that will cause us to stumble and fall. When you laugh at somebody else's fall, white or black, rich or poor, your enemy or your friend, you are laughing and opening a way for your own demise when you do that. Because to laugh and not learn, to make mockery and not to understand, is to make the same mistake yourself.
But boy, I wanted Minister Farrakhan read this indictment. He did a couple of chuckles. Bro.
Yeah, he laughed at this.
But I will say this: Diddy is 50 plus years old. I don't know how long he's been engaging in this behavior, allegedly, but it seems like a long time. When I see stories like this, all it makes me do is buckle down on me. Meaning that.
What the fuck does that even mean?
Yeah. Buckle down on me, man. Right?
Is that a new Diddy move? Like, what is that?
How do you buckle down on you, bro? Yo, how do you buckle down? You get some baby oil and buckle down on yourself? I didn't know.
Buckle down on me. That's like you're trying to fuck your own self in the butt.
What? What? You got to give yourself 10 lashes by yourself.
Take your fucking bicycle seat off. You put a dildo on that motherfucker.
He made it 20 minutes. He made it 20 minutes.
Buckling down on me.
Yo, this guy's crazy.
Buckling down on me.
T. Diddy, what do you give him before the pod? What do you give him?
No, what I'm saying is for real. Man, when you got shit to lose, act like it.
Yeah.
Word up. That's the best advice I can give every dude out there listening to me right now. If you got something to lose, act like it. When I read that shit yesterday, the first bail shit he put up, where he offered like $50 million in the house and everything. All his family had to give up their passports. Look at how many lives you impact because you fucked up. Like, if you really want to be a generational curse breaker, right? And you can change so many people's lives by the decisions you make, imagine what happens when you make those poor choices. He made good decisions that got him to the point where he was worth $1 billion. You know, kids had generational wealth, all of this. And he fucked it up because he couldn't control his urges.
But isn't
no discipline.
Isn't it the same thing as like when people cheat? Like they're gonna keep cheating until they get caught.
More than likely.
But that's what I'm saying. Like for him.
I mean, I get what you're saying. What you're saying is true, but he's not married. He's just from what I'm seeing in the indictment, he's a sexual deviant with a super large ego who uses his power, as the indictment said, to fulfill out his sexual desires.
Yeah, I didn't realize he was such an addict.
Yes. Sex addict, drug addict.
Sex addict.
Yes,
yeah.
Alcohol addict, power addict, attention addict.
Yeah.
Bro, I'm telling you, man, that's why I be telling them, yo, go to therapy, deal with your trauma, or your trauma will ultimately deal with you. And if you got something to lose, fucking act like it. I promise you, man, before any decision, any choice you make, just think about everything. Think about your career. Think about your family. Think about your kids. Think about what happened. Think about how hard you worked to get to that point to just fuck it off
Yeah.
for some pussy or some bussy
For some bussy, bro.
or P&B together.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The pussy combo is
Pussy
crazy.
combo is crazy.
The pussy combo will confuse the fuck out of
insanity,
anybody.
bro. That's insane.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
The
addiction.
The pussy combo.
But that is addiction.
Where to
bro.
start, where to finish.
Doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter, bro. That is absolutely insane. Charlamagne, that's how you know you're addicted to sex when it's no matter what. Like
He don't give a fuck.
Yeah, because that's sex addiction. Addicted to women is one thing, addicted to men is another thing. But addicted to sex, it doesn't matter. That's yeah.
That's why if I'm a judge and how dare you, if I'm a judge today in that courtroom and I read this shit and you insult me by telling me that you're not gonna have no female visitors, what about the others, Sean?
Yeah.
Okay? What about the others? Okay? Damn. I don't know. Think he gets bail?
No. Not with that argument.
Should he get bail?
But what's interesting also is
They say he's a slippery suspect. That's why they don't want to give him bail.
I think that he
He might slip out the country. What do you think? What do you think?
I just find it interesting that like he gave up the women first. You know what I mean? Like it's like, can we have bail? They're like, no. And he goes, no way. Get rid of the women. I think we found out what he really can't live without. Because you know what he has?
Wow.
You know what he has in jail? He has unlimited men in jail.
Wow.
He needs them on his terms.
I'm gonna be honest with you. He probably not. When you say it like that, I got to think about it another way. Okay, you give up the women first, but if it's the bussy, right? You can get that in jail. You know, it's hard to get in jail.
Lube
And drugs.
and drugs. He needs the drugs.
That's right. Lube and drugs.
I think he needs drugs to have sex with the women.
I think he needs drugs to escape from life. I think the moment Diddy gets sober is the moment that his mind will really slip away from him.
Really?
Yes.
Because he has to deal with everything
He
he's
got
done.
to deal with every motherfucking thing. I think the moment he's actually sober and he got to sit in that jail cell and just think about life and everything that he's probably been running from, that's the moment his mind slips away.
Yeah.
That's when fucking he's just sitting there and it's like DMX song starts playing. Slipping.
Falling. Can't get up.
Slipping. I'm falling. Got dick in my butt.
God damn.
By the way, all allegedly. I'm just reading the indictments. That's what I'm saying. It's just all allegedly, man.
Fall. Got dick in my butt. Slip. Fall. Dick in my butt.
Oh my God.